You are now entering the dojo of Mojo and the Thrivetime Show.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. 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 This is Clay Clark on the mic again. Myopic focus, tunnel vision. I'm focused on the mission to teach you the skills and give you the plans. Broadcasting from my lands to the left, to the Portlands. I'm here to tell you you can do it, yes you can. And now my friend, you got two fans. He be the Z, comma, ands. I'll be the C, yes, ands. Now let's kick it like Batman, bam! And get a little nuts like pecans. Oh yes, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the conversation. It is the Thrivetime Show on your radio and podcast download. My name is Clay Clark. I'm the former USSBA Entrepreneur of the Year, sent here on a mission to get you into a great financial position. And Dr. Z, on the podcast edition here, we have a question that was emailed to us from a Thriver. Z, are you aware of email technology?
It's something to do with over the thing, the www thing.
The dub. That's right.
Was it dub?
Yep. Dub.
Oh, I thought it kind of looked like a W, but I don't.
It's
what do I?
The millennials.
What do I know? Yes, I'm familiar with it, and I remember when I first got my head wrapped around people talking about the email, and you're like, email. What's that? That's not going to
email.
Catch on. That's not going to catch on.
It's electronic.
It seemed magical and mystical. And it still kind of does a little bit. But, yeah, I'm familiar with this. Pretty cool. And,
here's the deal.
Fun.
Al Gore is a famous faux pas. And, again, this is not a political show, but just kind of a funny idea before we answer this question. Al Gore famously claimed or insinuated that he invented the Internet. And there's a guy by the name of Shiva. How would you say the last name there, Chubb? How would you, if you had to guess that last name? It's Shiva.
Duraya.
Good job. So this man, he's an Indian-born American scientist and entrepreneur. And he claims to be the man who invented the internet. Invented email. He claims to have invented email. So I want to say big shout out to you, Mr. Shiva. And now we will look at the email that was sent to us.
I invented something.
What'd you invent?
The question mark.
Ooh, you did, really.
Everybody's just walking around
making ridiculous claims like you invented the question mark.
Who else did then, right?
No.
Prove it.
So here's the deal. So we have a Thriver who took a moment. I believe it's a he. I don't know if it's a he or a she. They took the time out of their schedule to email info@thrivetimeshow.com. And I promise you, if you're listening right now and you email us a question to info@thrivetimeshow.com, your question will get answered on this podcast. No other podcast on the planet puts out more content than we do. No business podcast.
Because you're a beast. Because you're in beast mode pretty much all the time.
We're putting out great content, and so just test us. Email us info@thrivetimeshow.com and see if we respond to your question.
You are the Marshawn Lynch of podcasts.
Oh, beast mode.
Beast mode.
Now here's the question. It says, how do you create an extraordinary customer experience? Okay, so let's make sure that we go over the areas that you need to hit. And now I'm going to have Z give us some moves. So here we go. You got to have the sights nailed down. If you want to make a remarkable customer experience, anything that the customer sees must be remarkable, which means people will remark as a result of seeing it. So let's go to optometry or your auction.
Folks, start with clean.
Clean?
Yes.
Start with clean.
Clean.
And if you have it painted or updated, or you look around and you go, it still looks good after 22 years of not doing anything to it.
Grimy.
It's good stuff. Freshen it every 10 years. You probably should freshen. You should probably come in and new paint and new flooring and you got to freshen that thing,
Probably put a new
That's your money maker. That business is your money maker. So you got to
shake it.
First off is clean, but then also clean and current are.
Well, one thing I like to do is just get a new perm, get it nice and tight every Thursday.
And I'm gonna tell you a trick to pick out paint. You know what the trick is? Go into your local Lowe's or Home Depot or Sherwin-Williams or whatever, wherever you're buying your paint, and go up to the kid mixing paint or the young man or the young lady or the person.
Yes, I'm here to help you make some paint.
Is your name Timothy?
Yes.
And then what you do is you say, what's the most popular color you're selling now?
Well, the most popular color that I'm into right now is what I would call the teal. It is so sexy.
Hey, you're doing your new character.
Can you do an entire show just in that?
Excuse me, I just want to say I don't even know what the question was, but you is sexy.
I think you should, Z, what do you think about this strategy? I think you should go into your local DMV and then not do that. That's like the easiest.
yeah, dude.
That's how
do the
you-
opposite.
We'll flip
do
it
the
in reverse.
opposite game of that.
I'll tell you this. I will go to a DMV if you were there, Steve. I'd be going. Okay, so you want to get the visuals nailed down and make it remarkable. I'm going to fire off a stream of consciousness, a massive list of things you can do today if you're on a budget. Okay? 1, get rid of those nasty grid ceilings and paint them black.
Okay, there's one. Boom.
Get rid of it. Put in Edison bulbs. You see a lot of restaurants, a lot of downtown areas will reclaim an old building. It doesn't require a lot of money, but get rid of that nasty grid, the coffee stain looking grid. Get rid of that thing. Paint it black. Get in some modern fixtures. You can do it. Put up images that make sense, that are inspirational. You can buy really affordable prints. You can see them at Starbucks, but those nice. You can get a nice. What's the word I'm thinking of? It's the nice print, but it's thicker. It is a canvas print.
Yes.
Canvas print.
You can get those. You can get nice framed images. Just be intentional. Now, Z, the sounds. So many businesses, not so much on the East Coast or the West Coast, but in Tulsa, a lot of businesses forget about the part with creating the mojo and the sound.
Music is very powerful. Music moves us. I mean, if you're ever watching a movie and you hear this, you know something's happening. Don't you go in that barn by yourself.
At your auto auction, do you still play Danzig Mother in the auto auction, like in the lobby? Mother, tell your children not to walk my way.
We haven't played that of late.
Do you still do the whole Inner Sandman?
No, we have on a rotating loop Little Red Corvette, Drive Me Crazy.
You know what? I went to the auction on Friday. Me and John did.
Yeah.
That place is a machine.
It's
I'm
a
telling
machine.
You. Well, you couldn't tell what music they're playing from the sound of the auctioneer.
The sound of money being made.
Oh, but it's like
Money,
seven.
money.
Is it 7 lanes?
Yes,
Is that how many
7
lanes?
lanes.
And you have to stand in one lane, so
How many
you know what they're
cars
talking
are you
about.
running through there on a Friday?
1 million.
1 million?
Seriously.
The last 2 weeks, we've averaged about 900.
900 cars.
1,000, then 800.
How many hours are you open?
Well, we're open all week long, but the actual sale only lasts about 3 hours.
Crazy.
So if you take
That's the attention span of a car guy. So that's,
does that mean you're now again? If you said the average minute has 60 seconds, right?
that's math.
In the United States, anyways.
So you take 60 times 60. This is 3,600 minutes per hour, correct? 3,600 minutes per hour.
Seconds per hour.
Seconds, and
Yeah,
there's
that's-
only.
What are we talking about?
And now I'll make sure we're getting this here. So now you have 10,000.
I'm totally confused.
You have 10,800 seconds, right? To go through how many cars? 1,000? So I'm going to divide them. Let's see.
I think it's like 5 cars a minute.
Are you selling a car every 12 seconds ish?
Roughly.
I can second that. Also,
Well, no,
you wanna
here's
talk
the-
about how to. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say it's actually longer because we divide that by 7, so they're running simultaneous through there.
Well, I tell you what, this right here, this podcast is blowing my mind. So I'm going to push back the end time
So
a little
7
bit.
times 12 would what it'd be, and that's a little over a minute to 2 minutes per car.
We're going to add some extra seconds onto this podcast because this is good stuff here, Z. This is what people want to know. So you're selling that many cars.
Mm-hmm.
You got what kind of sounds do you have going there? Is it positive music? Is it negative music? Is it monk music? What kind of music?
Well, you don't want when we're actually selling the cars, we don't want music out there because everybody needs to listen to the auctioneer. That's what they're doing, And so, like Steve said, we have the speaker set to where each lane you can hear the auctioneer for that particular lane.
It's really cool.
And you walk back and forth and you find the car you want. You jump in that lane. You stick your little hand up and you try to win it.
I'm only bringing this up because this is what people are not grasping. And probably because you're smart and I'm a bad teacher. But here's the deal. You go to the auction, there's an energy of people communicating. There's an energy of the auctioneer. There's an energy of the cars coming in and out. That energy itself is the sound.
Bingo.
Right.
And that creates the buzz. You've got to get the right music to create the mojo, Chup, the mojo.
Yeah, and the last thing you want is if, let's say you have a front area where your customers are, maybe you don't want them only hearing customer service calls or an argument between 2 employees in the background. You need to have that overhead music, even if you're just in an office setting.
The whole point is how to create an extraordinary customer experience. And I'll tell you, sometimes it's the little things. Like I noticed something, Z, that you guys did is like you're auctioning all these cars, right? All these cars are coming through.
Yep.
Well, this guy rolls in on a Harley, and he's like, brum, 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 on this Harley. And then the auctioneer says, every time you buy a car, your name gets entered to win, and you might win this Harley.
And it
it's
moves.
like,
Right.
That's awesome.
You want to win the Harley.
I want to buy another car.
And I'm gonna give you a bad example.
Example.
There was a liquor store by my house. I went in, and the dude working behind the counter was like piercings all over, tats everywhere, hair spiked up. It's almost like a freak show.
it almost
Back in my
turns you
younger days, I would have probably paid
away.
$1 to see him. And he had music on to match him, and the music my ears bled.
Frankenstein.
And I
I'm
took
hungry
about,
for
I took
love,
about
and
seven
there's a feed in time. Whoa.
that kind of stuff. I took about 7 steps in. And I just kind of was cringing, going, "Is it quicker for me to grab my beverage and pay for it, or just to run out now?"
The beautiful people. Hey, you. What do you see?
Oh no!
I'll sell you liquor
Sorry.
if you look at me.
Sorry, folks. Sorry.
I touch
Every now
you?
and then.
Sorry, everybody.
Did you not get your medication this morning?
all relative. Welcome to the liquor store.
Vanessa,
welcome
Vanessa, get that medication
welcome
down
to
here.
the liquor store. Do you mind if I pet your face?
And it was horrible. And I refused to go back there because it was just such a bad experience.
Hey, sir, before you leave, I just want to see, do you like my cape? Like, no, Brandon, I don't like your cape.
I can push
My
a
name's
golf
not
ball through my
Brandon.
hole.
My name's not Brandon. My name is Thor.
Oh.
Brandon's my slave name. Okay, so we move on now. So smells. You got to be intentional about the smells. I see a lot of businesses not factoring in the smells. Z, why will your business go to Hades if it has nasty smells?
Because we have 5 senses. And if you here's the part that kind of sucks about this is that you could do great on 4 of them. I mean, you're just killing it on 4 of them.
I love the smell
This
of a
place
nasty.
looks awesome.
It looks good.
This place has the best music. It just makes me want to buy sushi in this restaurant.
But you know what makes me come back is the smell of body odor. I love
But
it.
it smells like dead sushi in here, so it's
so
easy.
European.
Go get some plugins. If the place is clean, that helps.
Glade.
Hey, is that an armpit or an onion? Either way, I'll come back. I love this place.
I love this place. And who doesn't love the small?
I'm telling you, though, seriously, have you not been to a restaurant, a small business?
Oh yeah.
Heaven help them.
Come on.
You go in and the front desk guy smells like the human body.
Oh, yeah.
Or somebody microwave some tuna on the back microwave right
Dude,
there.
I hate when employees in our office bring tuna to work. I'm serious.
Not good.
It's not a move. That's a life choice that you're making. I'm not making that
Yeah.
choice. Get that out of here. If you work in our office and you're listening to this and you're bringing tuna to the office, get that mess out of here.
Get that.
I'm serious.
Say no to the mess.
Strike one.
It'd be better for you to just I mean, I could think of so many better smells that are horrible I won't get into. I'd rather you do that. But when you cook up that tuna in the office,
It spreads.
it's nasty. Now here's the next.
It lingers.
Here's the next move. We talked about the sights, but there's something about being intentional and thematic with the decor. Having a theme to it. So, Z, if I had to describe your auto auction, it feels kind of like a mixture between like a Harley. It's like a Harley Davidson mixed with maybe like a modern art place, or a place where you might go in to buy modern like retail items or cooking ware. That's how your auto auction feels. It's clean.
Yep.
It's minimalist, and it's very much like a Harley store.
Yeah, I would say that's kind of what the look I was going for.
Do you guys do burgers and fry like every week? Is that
Yeah, we
like,
do
there's
a free lunch
buffet?
every week. Yeah.
But what about the randomization of some restaurants? You go in there and you're going, it seems like somebody got really motivated to make a playlist and then they stopped at 11. So you go in there every day until 11, there's good music. But when Karen works or Douglas works, the music stops because that's Doug's personality. Or when you look at the brochures, they have like a really cool font on 1/3 of the brochures. But it seems like that's when the theme died. It seems like that's the day. It's like, Z, somebody carried out a theme for 1/10 of the business. Talk to me. Help the listeners there who are struggling with carrying out a theme throughout the whole business.
Well, you said it's earlier on. You said something very important. That is that a lot of people don't look up in their business. Like, oh, there's a ceiling up there.
Oh my gosh,
It's brown. What is that?
because they're so focused on selling those sandwiches, so focused on fixing the cars, they never take a time out.
Look how much brown spots are up there on my tiles.
Brown
I wonder what makes those.
I love brown spots.
What's going on
Is there
up
a
there?
rotting squirrel up there? What is that?
Sombrero.
Oh, what is that?
Brown, look at that. It's so nice.
Look how many pencils I've stuck up there in my ceiling.
So what happens is
job.
you have to be intentional about your experiences. So what I decided to do today is I've listed out some experiences, and I'm going to go around the horn, and I'm going to let Chup narrate these experiences, okay? So the first place is called Lambert's Cafe. Lambert's Throwed Rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this place is a place that if you haven't been to it, it's located in Missouri. And, Chup, they're famous for allowing you to throw rolls in the restaurant.
They call me the oven because I'm bringing the heat.
Bringing the heat. Now, we put this on the show notes, though, so you can see a YouTube video of this.
Yes.
Why is that? Why does that work? Why does it work?
Because everybody remembers it. Everybody remembers from the time you're a kid or as an adult or whatever, you remember going to that restaurant where they're throwing rolls around.
Now, another example, I'm going to put this on the show notes, but a Lotte restaurant downtown, Z, by where you live, they have luchador wrestlers that wrestle inside the restaurant.
I was just in there the other day.
And does it not grab? I mean, Z, the whole bar is made from recycled, like, Sky vodka bottles.
And it's a great atmosphere, and it's memorable, and their Purple Cow is their whole play on the luchadors, and it's just fun.
Howard Schultz, the founder of Starbucks as we know it. The original founders of Starbucks had been in business for over a decade, making, a little known fact, coffee grinders. And he says, guys, we could make a ton of money selling the coffee. And they said, no, there's no money in coffee. You see, it's being sold out of styrofoam cups for 75 cents. And he says, no. You see, we need to have these things called baristas. I've seen them. I've been to Europe. I've seen it. We need to have baristas. We need to refer to things as a venti, as a tall. What we need to do is we need to charge people for the atmosphere and not for the cups of coffee. See, we can't be a commodity. You see, we've got to be an oddity.
We're bringing lattes back. Yeah.
We can't bring. You're quoting a little Timberlake there. Very, very sexy of you.
Good. I actually thought that was Timberlake for a second there.
Yeah.
I thought you queued that up.
The thing is, you got to be a little more like. It's just when you say it has to sound kind of shocking.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it's bringing latte back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of a play on. It's a play
Those
on.
other coffee shops don't know how to act.
So punny.
Yeah.
So punny.
I think it's sexy what's behind your back. Yeah. See?
Yeah, that works.
Dirty Steve. Okay, so anyway, that's
You have to back away from the mic as you say it.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. Now we move on here. So another experience is I've seen a dentist before in California, who I'm not at liberty to share all the details of his business, but I've been there. He has done the dental work for celebrities. So when you sit in the lobby, there's pictures of all these celebrities that you know, and it says we are the proven dentistry of choice for these people. Z, why does that move work?
You find a parade and get in front of it. I'm telling you what, folks. If you're starting a business and you want some credibility, you find someone with credibility to endorse your business, and you get instant credibility.
I like that's a great thing about Thrive is when you're at Thrive, there's pictures up on the wall, the giant wall of like 1 million frames. And every day I walk by there and I go, oh, they work with that. They did. Oh,
it's pretty amazing when people they peel back the layers and realize the clients that we've been working. I mean, I've been doing this for like 12 years now. I mean, it's just, and it's not that I'm a genius. It's just the system works. People tell their friends, and it works. A few more examples. We could go on for days, but I'm trying to get the mind. I'm trying to give the listeners some ideas they can activate here.
Absolutely.
There's a landscaper in Tulsa called Greenleaf Weed Control, and I said to them, I said, guys, you should auto wrap your vehicles with AstroTurf.
Yep.
And they looked at me like I'd lost my mind. But see, it turns out people notice the vehicles.
Purple Cow.
See, look at this vehicle.
I know, it's great.
If you're driving around, you see it. I mean, bam.
How can you not notice that?
Now, another example is the Dental Depot. See, have you ever noticed that there's a dentist with a train in plain sight right there in front of them? What does dentistry have to do with depots?
What doesn't it have to do with depots?
I did find out you're not supposed to get in the train. I'm a friend.
What does a train have to do with dentistry, Z?
Nothing, but it deals a lot with marketing. Remember, you're talking about it.
There's somebody out there right now fighting this, though.
Why? What does a big blown up gorilla out in front of your business have to do with your business?
Well, Chup calls it the Growrilla.
Yeah.
That's in front of the hub. The Growrilla.
Yeah, helps them grow.
Now, Chup, I want to put a link to it, but the sign guy in front of the mattress store, he's been on the news. And Chup, why has he been on the news? The mattress guy, the sign guy who's in front of the mattress store at 101st and Memorial. Why has he been on the news?
Because he's not standing there with his headphones in looking like he's asleep. He's having a good time. He's throwing that sign around. He's having fun with it, and people notice that. He has a smile on his face. He points at people. He waves. He's very interactive.
Here's another one. OxyFresh is now known as the world's greenest carpet cleaner. I'm putting on the show notes. And you know what they do? They donate money back to water.org every single time they clean carpets because they are using 1/10 of the water of the typical carpet cleaning service. Z, that is yet another wow. Why do we, if somebody's not thoroughly convinced they have to have a wow, try to sell it to them?
Well, if you don't have a wow, your competitors will, and they're going to end up with the bank roll. In other words, the money in the bag. There's so many things out there competing for the bandwidth and of someone's brain that if you don't wow them, you're unrememberable. You're forgettable, and you want to be unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
I know. See, it didn't take much.
That's
just
what
give them
you are.
Just feed them softballs.
That's why Chop, it's incredible. That's some dude. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, with a sign.
Now, here is the notable quotables, a bombardment of notable quotables. I'm going to read them off to you. Chip Heath, the best-selling author of the book called Made to Stick. He's a Stanford professor. He says, the most basic way to get someone's attention is this: break a pattern. What pattern can you break? Seth Godin, the best-selling author of The Purple Cow and the guy behind Yo-Yo-Dine, the company that was started and sold to Yahoo for $30 million. It was a book packaging company, helping books stand out. It reads, he says, the first problem of communication is getting people's attention. Jonah Berger, the best-selling author and the Wharton Business College professor. Chup, this is a Wharton College professor. This is kind of highbrow here. Hopefully, I know that Dr. Z would understand this, but I have no idea what it means. So
mahogany leather.
I'm going to read it here, and Z, if you could break it down in a way that my third-grade mind could handle. Here we go. The final notable quotable. Nobody talks about boring products or boring ads. I don't get it.
That's just boring. There's a reason why at Super Bowl parties, a lot of the times people are at the Super Bowl parties and they're more interested in the commercials.
The commercials?
Than the actual game.
Oh, come on.
Because sometimes the game can be a blowout and it's really no fun to watch. Sometimes.
Right.
Not here of late, but sometimes. I'm old enough that I can remember some. But
you're so old.
But the commercials, people have to bring the heat because the competition and the wow factor in those commercials is over the top. And so you need rememberable ones, and you need funny ones, and you need clever ones, and you need ones that make you go, ha, I'm going to remember that. I mean, I talk about funny and clever commercials. I mean, I'm like, oh, have you seen this?
You know, if you have a turkey on your business radio show,
I was going to say
that kind of helps you stick out as well.
Tom just walked in to say hello.
I think our actual literal turkey did literally just walk into the Thrivetime show studio right now, and is he making turkey noises right now?
He's calling at us.
I think it's Tom.
Is that him? Was that him really making those noises?
Yeah.
That's impressive. Yeah, Tom likes to be petted.
He'll sit down for you.
He likes to be pet. Okay, so Z, that's how you do it. Chup, you're a business coach. Help the listeners execute this. How does your business coach help you to craft an extraordinary customer experience?
Oh, I got a good move for you guys. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? You got to mystery shop yourself. You got to mystery shop yourself.
All by myself.
Yes, because you got to get somebody that your staff, that none of your teammates know, is coming in and checking out your business whenever you're not there.
Oh, is that ethical?
I don't want anybody else. Oh, when I think about my business, I mystery shop myself. Oh, I don't want anybody else. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That could also be American Idol. I'm just telling you.
I'm just saying that song right there was a dirty song, but we got some good use out of it.
Didn't we?
We did.
Communicated it.
We took something that was meant for bad and we turned it.
People will remember it.
People will remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So mystery shop yourself. Find out what your team is doing good and doing right. Have them, put on a scorecard, the sights, the smells, the sounds, all the things we just talked about.
Thrive Nation, without any further ado, we'd like to end this show with a boom.
Boom.
3, 2, 1, boom! Yeah!
It's your year to thrive. Success you will find. Today is your day, and now is your time.
This moment is profound, cause you're above the ground. Your road might have been rough, but what you got now is now. We're here to pick